I love a nation that has not really shown a lot of love for me.
So on today's episode of How Fucked Am I?
I don't know who's out here living the American dream, but I can tell you one person who isn't, and that's me.
Man, honestly, fuck the American dream. The American dream ain't never did nothing for nobody but put them in some goddamn debt.
I'm sorry, but the American dream never fucking existed.
It feels like everyone is leaving the U.S. right now. Most are headed to Portugal, Mexico, Canada, Thailand, because the streets are saying
the new American dream is to leave.
New American dream is being able to move out of America.
But here's the question no one is asking. What about the millions of Americans who are choosing to stay? I'm Jessica, and you've reached the destination. This is not a video about whether you should leave. If you're new here, I've lived abroad and I don't do one-sided commentary. This is about identity, because when people say
You need to leave. You need to leave the United States.
there's an implied assumption that leaving is the enlightened choice, the correct choice. But for some people, staying is the revolutionary choice. And let's be for real.
Somebody gotta do it.
Let's talk about who they are.
So if America is so bad, why not just leave? There's other people who think it's great.
My fellow Americans.
While thousands of native-born Americans are trying to leave, millions of people from other nations are still trying to get in.
After living here for a few years, I know exactly why a lot of Americans have never left the country. They just don't need to. Every state is like a different country. For example, I live in Texas, right? If I want to go somewhere cold, I'll fly out to Alaska or Colorado. Or if I want a beach trip, I'll go to California or Florida or South Carolina.
Yeah, I can see why the Europeans came here.
I can totally understand why Americans never leave America to go on vacation when you got stuff like this on your doorstep. Like, why would you leave? It's beautiful. We're in La Jolla. I think I've got that right.
Legal immigration backlogs are years long. People risk everything to get here.
Why? 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 Why?
Because the USA still represents opportunity, especially for those coming from instability.
I am an immigrant. You will never see me burn, in this case, the American flag. You know why? Because that flag giving to me future, dream, food, clothes, thinking and dreaming, and something better for my life.
For many first-generation Americans, this country is not just politics. It's sacrifice. It's their parents' entire gamble. It's walking away from a dream someone else fought for.
A PSA to all first-generation Americans who are considering moving back to the motherland. Girl, hold up. As an immigrant myself, I know what your parents went through. I know what your parents did. Some of y'all parents was in boats, sinking, trying to get to the United States.
Listen, I'm not originally from the U.S. I was born in Norway. I graduated high school in Canada, and I moved to permanently in my mid-20s. But that right there, where is it? Right there. I'm freaking proud of that thing. I am proud to be American. I don't care about the haters. You want to hate your country. Go try living in one of those other countries that you're so excited about.
I did. It was great.
I love it. I don't talk politics, and I'm not going to get into politics, but I'm very proud to be here. I know we have our flaws, but this is a great country, and that's why millions of people are trying to get here. I don't blame any of them. I tried to get here. I had to go through quite the process.
There's another group whose decision to stay holds a lot of weight. Black Americans.
As a black person, because I don't want to go nowhere where my people not going to be at. I don't want to go nowhere I can't find no good soul food. I'm not going to lie. I want to be where my culture is and where my people are. So unfortunately, I am here to stay, just like my ancestors.
This is one group you cannot hit with the
"if you don't like it, you could leave"
card, because we didn't ask to come here in the first place.
I love a nation that has not really shown a lot of love for me, but I'll be damned if I let this administration destroyed what my family, my blood, my ancestors sweat and bled and died to build.
I wholeheartedly feel and support those who respond to
If you don't like it, you should leave.
with
No! If you built your own house from the ground up, from scratch, and you're living in your house and you like it in your house and something breaks, are you gonna leave? Are you gonna get up and abandon your house that you worked so hard to build?
We don't flee.
our ancestors survived slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, voter suppression, unethical human experimentation, over policing, wrongful arrest, stop and frisk. I could keep going, but you get the point.
Why would we leave a country that they did so much hard work and toil to build? Why would we leave a country where mostly everything around you they invented? Why would we leave a country that literally has our blood, sweat, and tears in it? Why would we leave a country that everybody is trying to flee to? The math don't math. They always stood up. They stood 10 toes and they fought the good fight. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams. We're not immigrants.
Our families went through all of that, and most of them didn't leave. They organized, they fought, they reshaped the country. So for some people, staying does not equate to complacency or laziness or not having other options. It's a commitment to legacy.
I'm a proud American. I'm an American. I'm not somebody that want to go back to Africa. Like, I'm from here. The people above me are from here. The people above me from here. I don't have like that. I'm violent. I'm a real American. I like to get fucked up on the weekend. You know, that's what America's about.
I don't feel like a proud American. I feel like I belong here in the sense that, like, I feel like we own this shit. We built this shit.
Yeah,
we're entitled to it. But I always feel very disconnected from when people say America's doing fucked up shit. I often don't feel like I'm part of the we as a black person.
It is more American and patriotic for me to stay in this country and try to fix the problem that's going on than ignoring it and acting like there's no problem at all. That's why it is our First Amendment right.
And that perspective deserves far more frequent acknowledgement.
Jessica! Jessica! Jessica!
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I water my roots when I'm in the trees, but I was born with wings. I'm an adventurer. I left when Obama was president. It's never been about politics for me. So much like my friend here said, I am grateful for the people that hold it down, but it ain't for me. The only thing that could get me to stay in the U.S. permanently is a husband who's standing on business like that. I'm just saying. This next group is a little more complicated, and by complicated, I mean messy.
Oh, hey. Under his eye.
There are Americans who feel culturally aligned with the country's direction.
If you're a young person and you can't afford to live here, then maybe you should not live here. I mean, that is a real thing. Okay? I know that we've now grown up in a society that says that you deserve to live where you grew up, but the reality is that the history of America is almost literally the opposite of that. The history of America is you go to a place where there is opportunity. And if the opportunities are limited here and they're not changing, then you really should try to think about other places where you have better opportunities.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
One of the dumbest fucking things that I see repeated again and again is that if you have criticisms of the country you live in, America specifically, Republicans will tell you that if you don't like it, you should leave. That's immigration. You've reinvented immigration. Where do people go? They have to go to another country where they think they'll have a better life. That's the whole fucking point.
Whether people agree or disagree with the current administration, some white Americans feel seen in ways they didn't before. So some might not feel the urge to leave. They might feel stability, validation, or simply somehow no disruption to their daily lives.
I am from the United States of California, actually. I am American, but I'm not from that America. I didn't start a war. We didn't start a war. I'm from the United States of California.
Ignoring it doesn't make it disappear. Then there's a huge group no one talks about.
The biggest, the largest.
majority. The people who are not making TikToks or typing on threads. And not just those who can't leave at all due to passport ineligibility. I'm talking about the people who are just staying, because for the majority, it's just not logistically possible. Leaving isn't just booking a one-way flight, it's visas, work permits, healthcare access, language barriers, career portability, family responsibilities, and finances. Most Americans only speak English. Most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck with very little money, if any at all, saved. Most Americans have never lived abroad, and over half of all Americans have never even left this country. Leaving sounds romantic until you try to do things in a language you don't understand.
叫出租车，叫出租车，叫出租车，叫出租车，叫出租车。
And then there's straight up fear.
Looks like I won't be taking a vacation in a while, I'm not gonna lie. I've been really looking for places to go. There's so much civil unrest over here and abroad. You kind of scared to go, because I want to go somewhere new. So you kind of like, damn, this shit different.
Quite frankly, with everything happening right now, I would not leave the borders of the country as an American. Why? Because I am very afraid that I might not get back in. With everything that's going on with TSA and Border Patrol and immigration and ICE and on and on and on. I worry that getting back in could be a problem. They are detaining American citizens. They are deporting American citizens. Who knows what we don't know is happening. It's a very, very scary time.
Whether that fear is realistic or not isn't the point. The perception alone is powerful. Your country, even if you criticize it, is familiar.
Unfortunately, America is the devil that I know. Like, I know our racism. I know how to deal with it. You know how to go about it.
Leaving means stepping into uncertainty. And for a lot of people, that feels riskier than dissatisfaction. So for some, staying is protective and practical. And for others, staying is just exactly what they want.
This is why I would never move out of America. One, I'm American as AF. Now, I've been to 46 countries, and I've never went to no country in my life where I was like, oh, I would move here. I would visit, but I would never leave America. I'm just way too Americanized to move to any other country.
Okay, come on, self-awareness.
Like, I complain about a lot of stuff, but to me, America is the best country in the world. You know, I know it's going to ruffle the people's feathers, but I just feel like America's the best country in the world.
You know what? Let's just agree to disagree, my friend. Okay.
Now, I don't subscribe to fear, but I'm also not delusional today. So even if the fear that people are expressing feels exaggerated, it's not completely irrational. And this applies to the 100% regular U.S. citizens, not the celebrities granted secondary citizenship in another country, and not those of you with the privilege of descendant dual citizenship.
As somebody who's new to the United States, let me explain to you some of the cultural differences here. So number one, why are so many Americans complaining? That is our constitutional right.
I know that's right.
I'm also half French. I have dual citizenship.
No!
U.S. citizenship comes with benefits, but it also comes with obligations. You don't just stop being American because you have a residence permit elsewhere. As a U.S. citizen, you are still affected by geopolitical relationships. Policy shifts matter. Travel restrictions change. Embassy services fluctuate. And global perception changes. It's highly unlikely that Americans would suddenly be unable to return home. However, policy shifts can affect how expensive or complicated our movement around the world becomes.
Sad to say, Chad, they didn't let a back in, y'all. And the reason being is because they asked me to show proof of like $600, but Honestly, I ain't had that in my account for real.
In the past year, we've seen huge changes implemented overnight. And those rapid changes are enough to make some people hesitate. Your passport isn't just a travel document, it's a legal tether. So when people say they're leaving to escape, what they're really escaping is proximity, not citizenship, not influence, and not the long arm of policy, just the noise. I've moved out of the US twice, and there will be a third time. I know the appeal. I'm not trying to dissuade you from leaving. Distance can bring clarity, but it doesn't erase identity. Leaving doesn't automatically make you brave, and staying doesn't automatically make you complacent. So before you tell someone,
I'm ashamed to be an American, then you can fucking leave. And that applies for everybody. If you don't like it here, then leave.
maybe ask why they are choosing to stay. I love reading your stories in the comments, and so does everyone else. If you're staying, please drop a comment and let us know why. And if you're leaving or you've already left, let us know what your biggest reason for leaving the US was. See you at the next destination.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Shit! Bye!